So what do face-to-face final expense agents bring into their clients' homes? I'm going to go over the details of what you need to carry on your final expense appointments coming right up. Greetings and salutations, everybody. It's David Duford, owner of Duford Insurance Group, where I train and recruit agents nationally to sell things like final expense, Medicare, and annuities, both face-to-face and over the phone. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure you subscribe and like this video if you happen to like it. So let's talk about what material you bring into the home when you're selling final expense face-to-face with your prospects. I'm going to go into detail about what I bring into the home when I'm running a final expense appointment and give you some suggestions on what you should carry all the time whenever you're running face-to-face final expense appointments. So first of all, make sure you bring the lead details with you. If you're selling something like direct mail leads, or you're selling a lead that's generated off of Facebook, make sure you bring evidence that the client actually filled out the information. So for example, if you're doing direct mail leads, you should get a copy of the direct mail lead so you can show them the signature that they signed off on the lead. Of course, if they generated the lead on Facebook, you should have some sort of favorite hobby or an email that you can validate that you actually got the lead from them. And that's going to lower their guard and, of course, remind them that they actually did it. Next, of course, you got to bring a laptop. These days, everything is done electronically as far as your applications go. And along with that laptop, make sure you have some sort of hotspot connection where you can get internet connection no matter where you are. Don't rely on your clients having some sort of internet connectivity. A lot of our prospects do not. So you got to make sure that you're carrying some kind of mobile hotspot connection so you can get onto these electronic applications as you need a live connection to run underwriting, submit an application to see if they're approved. Also make sure that you bring along paper applications in case you're way out in the boonies or technology just happens to fail at the moment you need it. So I always make sure when I come into the home to have paper apps, a couple of them, not a whole slew of them in my briefcase or whatever I'm carrying my stuff in. So just in case something doesn't work, I have paper to rely on. And make sure if the carrier offers paper apps that you carry those with you. And of course, in the trunk of your car, make sure that you carry several dozen applications, consumer brochures, agent guides, rate guides, prescription guides, everything that you would need if you didn't and couldn't get internet connectivity so that you can complete an application and not skip up on possibly not closing a deal because you just didn't have it. Now, personally, I like to carry everything in some sort of accordion file. We're going to show you a picture of it here in just a second. So these accordion files, you simply, if you can think of an accordion expanding and contracting, it's a way to carry a bunch of paper documents in a convenient way that expands to a lot of space. I always carried a 13 or 11 folder accordion file that collected or stored all of my information, my completed applications. Wrote a lot of paper back in the days. Certainly the paper apps, agent guides, rate guides, calculators, etc. That's very convenient, I think, to house everything. Whereas if you actually do use a briefcase of some sort that doesn't have an organizational component to it, you just have a mess of paper that just is unorganized. You can't grab what you need to quickly. You got to shuffle through stuff. Kind of makes you look unprepared and organized in the light of the prospects. I always like doing this because it did such a good job of organizing everything like I wanted it to. Last but not least, make sure that you carry some kind of paper that you can write notes on that your clients give you about their health and what they want to accomplish. A good rule of thumb is just to carry some kind of legal pad with you, just the traditional yellow legal pad. Write everything down on there. I would write my prices on here when I show them to the clients so they know what they're qualified for, and just make sure that you keep notes on something that's easy to grab, easy to organize, and track of everything that you're learning about the client. So that's it, guys. It's real easy to be prepared to go out into the field and have all of the necessary components to successfully sell a final expense policy face-to-face. Again, the big thing here, just to recap, make sure you carry a laptop. Make sure you have some sort of internet connectivity. Don't rely on the Wi-Fi connection of your client or even them having it. Make sure you carry backup paper applications as well as rate guides, agent guides, and prescription guides, just in case you don't have internet connection. And if you store everything online like most of us do, at least you've got a redundancy or backup just in case. And make sure you carry a legal pad to keep notes on from what you hear about your client. And I recommend highly organizing it all inside some kind of accordion-based file That's been the easiest way to keep things organized. And I think with this particular approach, you got everything you need to sell successfully face-to-face. It doesn't need to be any more complicated than that. So take this and run with it. Get some results, and I hope you enjoyed this video. My name is David Duford at Duford Insurance Group. Please make sure you subscribe and like this video if you haven't, and you're welcome to leave a comment if you have anything else you'd like to add as far as what you'd like to carry into the home. Y'all take care. Thank you.